Hi and good evening, everybody. My name is Jacob. I am a tech reviewer slash field service technician for an internet service provider, and I would love to be able to show you some tips and tricks for YouTube TV on how to master YouTube TV. All of the information that I've gathered is from an article from Ron Adamson, and this is from PocketLint.com. Um, YouTube TV is now the leading TV provider for live TV streaming TV provider, overtaking, I believe, Dish. They're now number 4 in the top rankings, and they are currently slated to become the number 1 live TV service in 2026. So we'll dive right in. If you have any questions as I am going over this review, feel free to jump right in and I'll be able to answer any questions as needed. But currently, YouTube TV is $72.99 per month. Of course, YouTube TV can be costly at $72.99 a month, but here is how to get the most bang for your buck with Google's cable TV alternative. And I do have YouTube TV loaded on my personal Fire TV stick. So this is my Amazon Fire TV. And as you can see, YouTube TV is loaded on the front screen here. I'll be flipping back and forth on different things. So if it's too fast, I'll definitely slow down. But we'll go through the first thing here. The key takeaways from this article, and the link if you want to review any of the information I'm about to put out and read out here and show, is on the description down below. So if you want to read back through the key takeaways and all of the information I'm going to go through, just hit the link in the description and that'll take you to this website that I'm actually at right now. YouTube TV, you have unlimited DVR space. It lets you record or keep the recordings that you have for as long as 9 months. After 9 months, this is the thing that I have personally seen. What it actually does is when you record something, it basically stays in your library forever, but you will only be able to watch that show or that movie unless it airs again in 9 months. So you'll actually be able to see the recording or see the show or movie in your library for 9 months, but you won't be able to play it unless it has aired again or recorded again within that 9 months, if that makes sense. So you can also store your favorite sports teams and leagues for unlimited game recordings. So when you search for things, which I'm about to show you in just a few minutes, whenever you search for something, you'll be able to add that team, your sports team, and even the leagues on your library for available playback. Now, these tips and tricks to YouTube TV, this person, Ron or Bon, from PocketLint.com has rounded up the top 10 features you absolutely need to try. So without further ado, I'm going to continue reading off of this article. So what we'll do is we'll go through these 10 things and I'll switch back and forth, so I'll be able to show you what YouTube TV is like and how you can master these 10 things. It says here, YouTube TV is one of the best alternatives to cable currently available, offering a trove of channels and practically unlimited DVR space. there is a lot to love about YouTube's cable alternative. However, there is more to love about YouTube TV than you might expect. With some extra features, you can get the most bang for your buck out of YouTube TV and take your TV watching experience to the next level. So, with that in mind, most of probably my audience is going to be around my age, which I'm 34. You might have parents or grandparents that have cable TV right now, and their current TV provider is going to be eventually switching their TV service to YouTube TV. So this is basically what I'm going to be doing, is going over the master of YouTube TV, or how to master YouTube TV, so that way you could take this information that I'm showing you, be able to apply it to your parents, your grandparents, aunts and uncles that might not be able to master YouTube TV or have no idea what YouTube TV is like, or even have heard of YouTube TV in the past. Hey, HP Kill for Life and Random Meme Poster. My day is very good so far. Of course, the YouTube TV is $72.99 a month. You can do up to three simultaneous streams. So that means you can have a smart TV that has the app built in. You could have a Roku on another TV, and you can have an Amazon Fire Stick. Those three devices, as YouTube TV wants to call them, they're not cable boxes anymore, they're your devices. You can have up to three streams, or you can watch up to three devices at one time. And it is live TV. The only thing, in my personal opinion, that is live and happening as it airs is going to be your sports and your news articles, like breaking news from Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, of course your local stations as well, your local affiliates like ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox. Currently, the price starts at $72.99 a month. $72.99 a month is the base price. The reason why they say start at $72.99 is because you can, just like with cable TV, you can add HBO, which is now Max. You can add Cinemax. You can add Paramount Plus with Showtime. That is now the new name of Showtime. It's Paramount Plus with Showtime. You can add, of course, Stars. You can add all kinds of other streaming TV services built into YouTube TV. Free trial. Free trial does vary. When you sign up for YouTube TV for the very first time, it does vary based on the length. Some people, when they sign in, they have gotten a 5-day free trial. They have gotten a 10-day free trial. So it honestly just varies based on what they give you at the sign-up process. So with further ado, I will go through the top 10 things that YouTube TV has to offer. Currently at number 1, you can add shows and movies to your library. It says, don't sweat running out of DVR space. One of the worst parts of the cable was worrying about DVR space. Of course, the big clunky cable boxes, they have a limited storage space, as we all have learned. Storage space was very limited. You could only record one show, usually at a time, and then you could only watch another channel at the same time as you're recording another show. That was just a horrible design, but that was the technology and the advancements of that era. With YouTube TV, that just completely eliminates that. You can record any show that you want without running into storage limit space. whether it's running out of room for the next episode of your favorite show, or finally having to delete an airing of one of your favorite movies. DVR space could quickly become an enormous pain. Now I'll switch over to my television, and this is basically the layout of YouTube TV. My clicker, as you can see, you have the library, you have home, and you have live. Those are the three main icons that you need to grow accustomed to. Library is going to be your storage space for all of your recordings. The new for you is, in my personal opinion, it is sometimes it says new episodes, but honestly, it's just going to be learning what you watch. For example, it's going to show the news, anything that I've added personally to my library, it's going to add it. You can go to different categories. So you got new for you, recently recorded, you've got most watched. So it actually will tailor to what you actually most watch. Then you can see what you scheduled in the future. You've got your individual TV series. So any TV series that you might watch, you can just go into that category. You've got the movies category. Then you have your daily shows. You've got sports. You've got events. You got everything. And then also, this is probably the coolest feature that I've seen. The app, Movies Anywhere, the Movies Anywhere app. I'm not sure if anybody knows about the Movies Anywhere app, but the Movies Anywhere app, you can sign in to all of your different purchases that you have ever purchased, like say through Apple TV, through YouTube, through Vudu, from anything like any of those like purchase sites where you can purchase movies and such. Once you sign into your credentials through those different services, Movies Anywhere will allow you to actually watch it'll preload all of your movies onto those different services. Like, for example, this is YouTube. Since I've logged into YouTube through Movies Anywhere, it has loaded all of my purchases that I've ever purchased throughout the years. And of course, it'll be like, going all the way back to whenever I was a cable tech for Comcast. I used to get 50% off of movies, so I would actually just buy movies at that time before streaming was ever invented. You could then download or purchase those and add them onto your library for available playback. I really love this because there are a lot of movies that I personally like to watch that are not on streaming platforms, or at least they are, but they are with ads, so you can then watch whatever you like. Let's see, going back to your expiring soon, so it will show you what is going to be expiring within that 9-month time. So this is another cool thing that I really like that they've added, so you can go in and see what is expired or expiring soon, so you can just go ahead and watch it before the 9 months is up. Then you can see the things that are actually expired. So, of course, in my personal library, I have the Kentucky Derby. Those are going to be probably years ago, since I've had YouTube TV now for 5.5 to 6 years. And YouTube TV now has been around for 7 years. So that's the library tab. That basically just allows you to see all of your recordings, the whole entire library. And a lot of people are not liking the new layout. I personally don't mind it because it used to be really clunky. You'd have, you'd have everything usually on the here.
Lauren, here is your reminder from Alyssa.
Sorry about that.
Clean up toys.
That's my Alexa app. Alexa, stop. And sorry if any of your devices at home stopped or started working. Sorry about that. So that's pretty much the library tab in a nutshell. We'll go back into the, right now here, we'll go back to the article that here the article has got. It says here, yeah, basically everything that I have said so far up to this point. It says YouTube TV's library functionality. You can add your favorite shows and movies to your library, and YouTube TV will automatically store recordings for you. The best part is it's practically unlimited. You can record as many shows or movies as you want without worrying about erasing something else or running out of space in the middle of an episode. Yeah, this is what I was saying about the 9 months. One caveat is that while there is no space limit, there is a strict 9-month time limit. After 9 months, shows and movies will be deleted from your library. However, if a movie or show reruns in that time frame, just like I was saying, YouTube TV will automatically restart that counter with the most recent airing. So in my library that I have, expired. Obviously, none of the Kentucky Derbies will probably re-air. I mean, who knows if that will be the case. But movies like The Ring, if, say, for example, TNT or TBS or Sci-Fi, any of those channels air The Ring on those channels, it will restart that clock, that 9-month clock, and then I'll be able to watch it again. It's very cool. So don't fret, or don't worry, and don't fret if you got that 9 months to watch that movie or that TV show. Most of the time, you're gonna have movies like The Ring, or The Price is Right at night, or movies like The Dark World, Thor: The Dark World, that are going to air on the Disney Channel or some other channel. It'll restart that 9-month clock, and then you can resume watching it again, even though it's expired. So that's very, very cool. We'll go back to what it says here. Adding shows or movies to your library is as easy as clicking the plus sign in the YouTube TV interface. It can be clicked from the progress bar of a movie or show, or from a show or movie's larger description. So I'll go back on to how to do that. So within the, this is the home screen of the whole thing. There's a little search icon. I'll go over here to scroll over to the search icon. So if you want to type in anything, like, say, for example, if I want to record The Big Bang Theory, for example, I will simply type it, start typing it in, BIG, and it's already come up in the top picks, because all it's using is AI, basically, or the search engine, the Google search engine, to search the entire library of channels, so that way you can it's predicting, basically it's predicting what you're actually typing in. So if I was wanting to add The Big Bang Theory onto my library, I start typing it in. Google or YouTube, for that example, will automatically start picking it up, and there it is on the front screen. So all I have to do is scroll over. There's The Big Bang Theory. If I click on it, it'll take me to where I can watch current episodes that have aired. You can go to the About section. The About section will just allow you to read what that episode was about, or what the entire series is about. For example, physicist and best friends Leonard and Sheldon learn about the social aspects of life through their relationships with the free-spirited beauty who moves in next door. Of course, we all know what most of us know what the Big Bang Theory show is about. It's pretty cool that it actually shows you how long the Big Bang Theory has been airing, such as 2007 to present. Excuse me. Excuse me. It shows you also where it could be airing. Currently, it might be on Max, HBO formerly, TBS, and WZDX, which is Fox. Then you can go into the lead cast, and it shows you basically all of the actresses, the actors, who they actually play, and you can get information about them. It's basically taking Wikipedia and IMDb and combining it into one big thing, so that way you can learn about the actors and actresses while you're watching the show. If you're curious about who these people are and or these celebrities are and what other shows that they've aired in, you can get basically lost into this. Basically, while you're watching TV, it's like, oh, I know Jim Parsons. What other shows or movies has he aired in? Basically, so you can click on there, and you can see that, oh, he's appeared in Young Sheldon, Kid Like Jake, Sweet Summer Sun, Hidden Figures, and so on and so forth. You go back, and then you can continue looking at whoever else has been in that movie or the TV show, rather. So there's a lot more information than your traditional cable TV provider is going to have. Then, of course, it's going to give you suggestions as well, other suggested shows based on the Big Bang Theory. So you can, all of this, of course, all of that I'm showing you is right here just within me searching the Big Bang Theory. It's very, very intuitive, very, very nice in terms of how far you can go into reading up on a show. It takes basically the cable TV to the next level. Let's go back to what the next thing is. Of course, the next thing is going to be add your favorite teams and leagues to your library. Keeping up with your favorite sports has never been easier. So what I'll do is I'll go to search. And within search, I will simply go and type in Alabama. Or you can go even the Air Force, for example. Since I started typing in AI, because I was thinking of today's Apple conference today. I was thinking of AI because they literally named their AI Apple Intelligence, or AI. I mean, come on, they're taking basically Chat GPT to the next level. Essentially, it's I have no words to say about that, but we'll just continue with Air Force. And you've got the Air Force Falcons men basketball. You've got the Air Force Falcons women's basketball. You've got the Air Force Falcons football. So basically just take your pick. Let's say if I want the Air Force Falcons football, I can literally click on that, and it'll actually tell me when the season starts for them. So they're going to be playing Merrimack on August the 31st at 2:30. The TD to be determined, of course, is going to be when they don't know what station it's going to be airing on. Most likely, probably ESPN 2 or ESPN 3. We're not sure yet, of course. But you can go on here and you can then add that specific team to your library. And that means that YouTube TV will then take it and record every time that they air. So that way you can watch it. And unlike cable TV with a limited storage space, once again, it doesn't matter about storage because it's unlimited storage. Then you can, for my example, I'm not going to add it to my library because I care about the Alabama Crimson Tide. But then also there's a set mobile reminder. The set mobile reminder can allow you to, it'll allow YouTube TV to send you a mobile notification to your phone, probably the day before or maybe even 30 minutes before when the game will air, or basically anytime that particular show will air. Then the biggest thing that was based on this article is the ability to hide the scores for this team. If you're a person that likes to be spoiled, then you can just about the game scores. Obviously, while they're playing, this doesn't apply to you. But if you're a person that cares about not being able to see the scores and just watch it later. So, for example, if you work on Saturdays or you work on Fridays when the game actually airs, you can hide the scores for that particular team. That way, whenever you come back home to watch the game after it's already been played, obviously, you can then be surprised about the results of the game during the game. That's why they added this, because a lot of people don't like spoilers, which I mean I don't either, but it's just the way that they've incorporated this feature. It's pretty cool. Let's see what else there is on here. Article about the favorite teams to your library. Recordings of sports games do still come with the 9-month time limit, but you are still able to record as many games as you want without limitation. Clogging up your DVR with an entire season's worth of football games is officially a thing of the past. So you're not going to have to worry about filling up your storage space within the platform because it's unlimited. Pausing your subscription. This is pretty big, with cable TV. Cable TV used to come with a contract or a 2-year contract, so you could not cancel without a penalty. YouTube TV takes that out of the equation. It says here you can pause your subscription because basically YouTube TV is a streaming service. It's just taking live TV and combining it to a streaming service. So with YouTube TV, you can pause your subscription. It says just because you have it for one sport doesn't mean you need to lose your library. For many, YouTube TV is a great way to keep up with their preferred sport without having to pay for traditional cable and deal with a costly installation. However, YouTube TV can still be a huge expense if you're only using it for a few months out of the year. As I've always said, at $72.99 a month, you can't consider YouTube TV cheap, but it is cheaper than traditional cable TV. The reason for that is because you've got your cable TV package. Just the package alone normally runs like $85, $95 depending on who your cable TV provider is. Then you add the rental fees for each individual box. Currently, the average rental fee for a TV provider is around $10 to $15 per box. And if you have like 5 or 6 TVs scattered throughout the house, and it's not out of the abnormal for me to see a TV in a bathroom these days, or a kitchen. Well, kitchen, that's pretty normal, but it's not abnormal to see somebody that has a TV in their bathroom while they're taking a bathroom break or a bath, what I mean. So, and of course, now your phone is a device. It's a cable box all in one. So, the rental fees cost. Then you have the sports surcharges. You've got the additional hidden fees or other local fees. So there's a lot of fees associated with cable TV. So that $85 to $95 can get upwards to $150, $160 just for cable TV without the internet included into the package. So $72.99 is really a steal for cable TV taken to the 21st century. It says, but you might not want to cancel and lose the recorded media in your library. Thankfully, there is a solution to save your wallet and hold on to your library. So what he is saying here in this article is basically this. If you're a college football sports fan, you're an NFL football sports fan, and you're just needing the channels ESPN, ESPN2, Southeastern Conference, Big Ten Network, any of those channels that have your favorite team that is airing on those channels. The particular time is going to be from August, the mid-August area, or as the Air Force Falcons, they're playing on August the 31st. You've got the mid-August into the end of the time of like September. And then of course the Super Bowl, or now the college football playoffs. That's the extended 12, the 12 team, the 12 team playoff town now that they're having. If you decide that you want to just keep that time between August and February, you can keep YouTube TV just for those few months and then cancel or pause, not cancel, but pause your subscription for the remainder of the year. So that way you're only paying $72.99 a month just for those months. And what he is saying is that any of your recordings will still be available for playback, which is very, very cool. While paused, it says you won't be billed for your subscription, but your library will stay intact until your subscription reactivates. And of course, he goes on to say where and how you can pause your YouTube TV membership, which is also, like I said, in the link down below. You can then go on there and see how to pause your TV subscription. We already talked about hiding the game scores, so I'm not going to worry about that. But I can go over the details again, but I'm not going to show you because it's already there. It says, don't sweat getting games spoiled by your DVR. There's nothing worse than taping or recording a game you've been looking forward to, managing to dodge any spoilers for the game all day, only to come home and have your TV tell you the final score before you can even watch the game. Thankfully, YouTube TV has a built-in solution for the very issue. That is going to be hiding the game scores. YouTube TV, you can go into any of the sports league or team you wish and have your TV hide the game scores from you for every game in their league or every game that a specific team plays. Thankfully, it isn't too difficult to do either. Like I said, it's all you have to do is go into your library, you pick your team that you have, and you can hit the little eye icon and it'll hide the sports scores for you. So like I said before, if you are at work or if you're out on a date and you are looking forward to watching the game after it has already aired, you can then just go in and not be able to see the scores, and then you can watch the game without having to see the sports scores. But of course, you will have social media that says, "Oh, this team scored, this team lost, this team won." I mean, that's just the way that social media has been. We're spoiling each other. So, let's see. Reorganize your channel list. This is a big one. With traditional TV, everybody had to learn channel numbers. It was such a headache. Uh, Learning channel numbers and moving to a different area is is just awful. It was. I mean, I'm 34, about to be 35, and I've always thought that learning channel numbers was the worst thing, especially for somebody like in the military that constantly moves. Let's say if you live in California and your sports channels are on 950 or 951 and you memorize that, you got it in your brain, hardwired in your brain that 950 and 951 is my ESPN and my ESPN2. Okay, well, you're being deployed or you get relocated to a different, arsenal. Let's say now have to move across the nation to, Georgia, and you pick up the cable TV provider in that area in Georgia. Now you have to memorize those channel numbers all over again. It's not 950 or 951 anymore. It could be 550, 551. It's just so confusing and really frustrating because you're already in the midst of moving and you now have to worry about memorizing your channel numbers. Thankfully, with YouTube TV, you don't have to worry about that. It is simply the channel name and the channel information, like the show information. And I'll show you right now. So with the TV guide right here is in my personal default order, or let's say, I shouldn't say my personal default order, it's YouTube TV's default order. The default order is going to be CBS, your local station, CBS first. Then you have ABC, NBC, Fox. So for me, if it's my grandmother or if it's just somebody in general that has to continue scrolling down, just like on traditional cable TV, you let YouTube TV learn what you watch. There is a option with that 3 lines. You see the little 3 lines icon here that I'm highlighting over. You click on that and you can go from default, custom, most watched, A to Z, or Z to A. You hit most watched and YouTube TV will learn your watch history and reorder the channels in the order that you watch the most. So for me, it has already learned over the past 6 years, which has changed over the past 6 years. That's redundant. I know I said that, but Fox or FXX, because Family Guy, of course, records a lot on that channel. Then you have Sci-Fi, then you have NBC, TNT, ABC. So it basically learns the channels. It doesn't really learn the channels per se. It learns the shows and where they air mostly out of the time. So it really does help out with finding the specific content that you're watching most of the time. It really, really helps. As far as like right now, I know I've been on this live for now 38 minutes. If y'all have any questions for me at this time, I'll be glad to go over any questions that you might have. But I'm going to probably take a little bit of a break and I'll be right back. I've just got to get me something to drink. I've been coughing because my mouth is dry, but let's see how to pause right here. I don't know if you can pause or not. Doesn't look like I can for now, but I will be right back and I will, I'll take like maybe 2 minutes and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. So, as I have been talking about with the reorganize your channel list, as I've been saying, no matter why you subscribe to YouTube TV in the first place, there is a pretty good chance that there are some channels you tune into almost every day. Channels you have and never will flick to. It's the classic issue of too many channels. Um, However, with YouTube TV, you can put your least watched channels out of sight and out of mind. So with YouTube TV, uh, you know, for a couple of people, you've got some channels that you've never watched and you never want to watch. You can literally remove them from your list altogether. It says here, while looking at the live channel guide, you can have a few options for how you can sort the long list of channels offered by YouTube TV. As I've already showed before, you can change the format of how you basically want to watch your channels. You've got the most watched, you've got A to Z, Z to A, and then you got your default order or their default order. So you can reorder your channels based on what you like. Let's see here. What else? Of course, you got add-ons. As any TV provider, you're going to have add-ons. YouTube TV has a lot of add-ons to offer. It might just have one for you. So I'm going to switch it back to my Fire TV. And there's YouTube TV here. That's the TV channel live guide. Under the icon that has a little TV icon with a $sign on it, you can go onto the YouTube TV add-ons. You've got NFL Sunday Ticket, as people have already found out. DirecTV no longer has the NFL Sunday Ticket. Currently this year, it says you can do the monthly payment plan. Let's see what the monthly payment plan is. Not sure what they're saying with monthly payment plan, but right now it says $2.99 for the season. Of course, you've got the Max, you've got the 4K Plus, you've got the Sports Plus, you got the Spanish Plus, and you got a bunch of different add-ons that you can add on to your plan. And of course, that'll cost more money, but there's probably something in there for you. It says, of course, as with any traditional cable TV service, YouTube TV has a large variety of add-ons to browse through and add to your TV subscription. These range from additional channels, premium channels, 4K viewing, and sports passes such as NBA League Pass, for the NFL Sunday Ticket, as I've already mentioned. Of course, for most, these add-ons will probably never get touched, but there are some, however, that may find a valuable extra layer to the YouTube TV experience through these add-ons. The big thing that's pretty much it with the add-ons, but the biggest thing with YouTube TV this year, and I would say halfway of last year, is split screen. Split screen is probably the biggest add-on feature that they have added, and it is a free add-on. What you can do is, it's called multi-view. Multi-view allows you to watch up to 4 channels at once. So right now, let me go down to the where to go. I don't even see it anymore. I actually don't see it anymore. It does change. I've seen somebody tell me that it does change periodically or it gets removed. So I'm not quite sure where it's at. But you can, with YouTube TV, you can watch up to 4 games or 4 channels at once, which is a very, very cool feature. I would say the 10th option, or the 10th thing that this website says here. Let's see. I don't know about the nerdy side per se, but I mean, if you want to read through this article, the link is in the description below. But thank you so much for joining in to this live. If you have any questions in regards to YouTube TV, feel free to put your questions in the comments below, and I'll be able to answer them when I have time. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and sign off of here. But I thank y'all so much for joining in. Peace.